Hello ladies, happy Saturday. I'd like to welcome you to this group. You're all waiting for the Quantum Leap Bootcamp starting on Monday, but I wanted to surprise you with this short video about our fears. Fears as entrepreneurs. And I'm talking about the fear which stops us, business owners, entrepreneurs, succeed, fear of failure, and also a fear of success. And believe it or not, we all have it in us. Before we reach whatever it is for you, 5-figure, 6-figure months, we don't know how it's going to feel. How it's going to feel when you can just go and do anything you ever wanted to do. Take the holiday, buy whatever you want, live in any place you want. And for most of us, it's something we don't really think about it, but deep inside us, there is this fear of success. And we all have these limiting beliefs and fears that we can cling to, and it seems very real and big to us. But clinging to fear and doubt and worry doesn't really protect you from the things we're fearing and doubting and worrying anyway. So just think about it. You are this magical creature who lives in a magical universe, and you are a spiritual being who is one with the energy of infinite universe. And whatever you can think about, whatever you can think, you can desire it, you can align your thoughts, words, actions, and you can manifest it. How scary is that, isn't it? That we can have anything we want. Just think about it. And there is no need to play small, to settle for less, or shrink back from anything you fear, which is too big, too impossible, too grand. Because you are boundless. You're a limitless being, and open wide your mind and you can just leap largely into your life. How scary is that? But how would you behave if you knew that whatever you start, it would work? Because our fears are normally is about something which we cannot control, right? Or we doubt ourselves. We fear this new program will not meet our expectations. We fear that we've tried things in the past and it didn't work out, it might not work again. Or these quantum leap techniques might just not do it because I already tried so many things, nothing worked for me. But what would you do? How would you behave if you knew that it would work? If you knew that you could do that. And many of us, it will push us out of a comfort zone. But your fears will always be a limitation on your success and happiness. Think about it. Everything you're scared now, that means the only fear you should really be fearful of is the fear of missing out on those amazing opportunities that are waiting us. Literally, we can change our life in 6 months, even less than that. Saying 6 months, I changed my life literally in 2.5 months. That was from the moment I decided, okay, I want to go back to coaching, which 15 mean again. Why did I stop being a coach in the first place? Because 15 years ago, when I got qualified, I got all my diplomas as master practitioner of Erickson hypnosis and NLP, and wrote and published the book, very well sold book, thousands of copies sold book. But the fear of going on stage and performing live in front of many, many people scared me so much that I decided to completely pivot my career and did something different, behind the computer in a closed environment so no one can see me. And that's the fear. It was the fear of doing something which I never done before. And 15 years later, situation changed and I decided to give it a go because my fear became smaller than my mission is. My duty as a coach to help others, to show them the light, to help them to achieve what I've already achieved, it's much bigger than my fears of going live, saying something wrong, speaking with an accent, whatever it is. It doesn't matter anymore. It's not as fearful as it used to be, because my big why is so much more powerful. And I know this is my duty, my real duty and my mission, to help women express themselves through business. And it's so fulfilling, and there's no fear on earth which can stop me. So what would you do? How would you behave if you knew that it would just work? And I know, like I said, you tried things in the past, you think you probably tried everything, but if you are very, very honest with yourself, ask yourself, is buying course after course or listening to another master class or going to the webinar, getting and downloading all these freebies, just constantly learning isn't going to really bring you the results, because learning all the time but not taking action is not going to get you anywhere, right? So you might be convinced that you've tried everything, but if you haven't really taken action, and I'm not talking just about action which is like strategic action, which you set your goals, you write all the things you need to do to achieve them. There are different types of action, and I'm going to mention that in my bootcamp, and this goes beyond the strategy. But just learning is not enough. Taking action, leaping into this unknown, uncomfortable zone is what's going to make a difference. And if you have tried everything you think again. So what if you suspend the reality for a moment? Let's just imagine that you have this magic wand in your hand. Get creative. So there is no limitation on your time, health, abilities, skills, beliefs. With that in mind, how would you answer the same questions? So the question is, if you knew it would work, how would you behave? What would you do? Because the fear itself is not our real problem, right? Our real problem is that we fear the wrong things. What we really should fear is that we'll miss the opportunities that fear offers. And like I said, you don't want to miss opportunities. The only fear I have now is the fear of missing out. And if there is an opportunity for me to go on stage, a few days ago I was in the Church house and we had this amazing event which was organized by my business mentor and coach, Lenka Lutonska, and there was at least 2,000-3,000 people watching live. It was only like about 20 to 30 people in the room, but it was live. People watching from the comfort of their homes. And they called someone on stage to read the energy. I raised my hand before they even finished the sentence. And I'm an introvert and somebody who'd been hiding away from social media, from showing up, from sharing anything. Despite I knew so much, I had such a vast experience in business. I've been on the path of self-growth for as long as I can remember myself, since I was a child, because my mom was into that. But I was so scared, and I would say wasted 15 years of my life, because I was looking for something. I knew something was missing. I knew there was something I was supposed to share and be out there and show up and make mistakes. And who will not? Who doesn't? That's not the point, right? It's just a feedback. We're learning from them. So I dare you, ask yourself the question, if you knew that this will work out, whatever I will share with you will work out, how would you behave? What would you do? And a lot of our fears and success, they come from limiting beliefs about money. Yeah, when it comes to it, most people think their beliefs in a pretty good shape. But what they don't realize is that their subconscious mind is what controls all the results. So if your subconscious believes that you're gonna cut off from all the family gatherings if you get rich, because in the past that's what happened in your family. Perhaps your jealous grandfather stops, seeing your dad when he got rich. You're not gonna get rich anytime soon. So here's why. Your subconscious mind is like a 7-year-old child, right? Who suddenly has to be grown up. I like the very good example Jen Sincero gives in her book, You Are a Badass of Making Money. So yeah, imagine like your mind is a 7-year-old prince who suddenly becomes a king when his father dies. So now he's running a kingdom of his other life based on the information he gathered and processed while doing somersaults and pulling down his pants in the yard, meaning he didn't process it at all. Because when you're born, you don't have any attitudes or beliefs about money. You arrive blank, open, game for everything. And you base your truth about money on what you learn from people around you and the experiences you have. And all this information, it flows into your subconscious mind before your brain matures and develops, and before you can filter or have analytical ability or anything like that. So just because your mom and dad used to fight about money all the time doesn't mean money is bad. And your subconscious mind, the only concern it has is survival. Because as a little baby, you cannot take care of yourself or fend for yourself, and you're very scared of losing love and be abandoned by your parents, because that would equal death for you. So anytime we come to sort of putting ourselves at risk or near putting ourselves at risk, that little prince goes crazy and tries to stop us. And this is one of the main reasons why we get stuck in life. Does it sound familiar? So we go crazy about, and we don't want to risk anything, even trying, failing. We don't want to risk it because we're scared of getting rich, of trying, failing, or trying and succeeding. And while this might work for a little kid when he's trying to survive, it really sucks for an adult, doesn't it? So to get a better idea of what I'm talking about, I would like to break down how our mindset works. And you're probably familiar with this model, but just to remind you that imagine that your beliefs are driving the bus, and they take you where you're going, whether you're paying attention or not. Then your thoughts are the tour guide, the person in front of the microphone and the clipboard. So, she can lean over, slam the brakes, step on the gas, do whatever she wants. She usually works in harmony with the beliefs, right? But she also has her power. So your words are the assistant to your thoughts and beliefs, and your words back them up, voice the opinions, anchor in a message, keep it real. And then your emotions, they are the fuel, and they are ignited by your thoughts and can change your beliefs and the direction of your life. Without emotion, you're not going anywhere new. You will be rerouting the same thoughts and going again and again in the same place. And your actions, they build the road, because they pave the path for your beliefs. So with all these facets of your mind, body, and spirit in alignment, if you just focus on one desire, you really put your mind on it, you will get it, because everything will be in alignment. It will be this one big force, one big energetic force, and you will get there. Even without knowing how, because that's not the point, your subconscious will know how. Your higher self knows already all the answers and already played all the scenarios possible. So your potential is just huge. And if you have these limiting beliefs or think that something is stopping you, rewrite them, reframe them, work with your limiting beliefs. Give yourself a chance to succeed. Give yourself a chance to become abundant, to live the mission, to perform your duty as a coach, a spiritual entrepreneur, a service provider, whatever you are or maybe aspiring to do. And yeah, what is the fear of success anyway? If we think about it, at the bottom of all our fears is simply the fear we can't handle it, yeah? Whatever life brings us, we cannot handle it. So if you just knew that you could handle absolutely everything which comes your way, what would you possibly fear? Nothing, right? So all you have to do is to diminish your fear and to develop more trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Trust yourself, trust your universe, trust your world, because you absolutely have everything within your internal energy to achieve everything you ever wanted. And I will go really deep on that in our quantum bootcamp on Monday, and it's going to be full of practical stuff. Because I know some of you think, oh, spiritual stuff, it's so like ethereal. You cannot touch it. It's voodoo things. I will show you some really practical stuff which you can take and use, and you will actually perform some of the things while being with me live. And that's why live is quite important. So I really hope to see you live there. The energy is much stronger. Of course, if you absolutely cannot watch the replay, it's absolutely fine too. But try to make it live. It will be an amazing experience. And you'll come away from this bootcamp with some solid knowledge of what to do next. So can you handle more success? Can you handle more money? Can you handle your dream life? Then embrace the fear, because you can handle it. Anything which comes your way, you can handle it. I see you on Monday at 5 o'clock p.m. UK time.